All right, robot, this is our sliding door. And this is worth more than one video. The whole idea of this is that it's an essential element of the urban industrial design. And also it's cool because this 36-inch door would take up a lot of space if I had to open it up. So that's your story. I fabricated the door. I got the cheapest hardware available at Amazon and hung it up. And now it's down, it works, and it's good. Here's the video. Before I go crazy and drywall this, I'm going to put in the running system for the sliding door. This is a 36-inch gap, and I'm going to have a 36-inch sliding door that slides that way. So I have to have a 72-inch support across the top there, which is what I'm going to do. And I think I'm just going to nail it right to the face of that. But that's important for when I drywall it, because I have to drywall around it. Now, if I later decide to make it right in that doorway, I can still do that if I want to. Or I can put some trim to build this out, because there's going to be a gap between the door and this thing here if I do it like that. But I don't care. All right, here we go. On second thought, I do care. I don't want it to stick out that far. So I'm going to build it right in that door frame. And then I'm going to extend it over here to run off of the framing here so that the whole thing is 72 inches long. It's plumb with that wall. And this thing doesn't stick out too far, and we're cool. On fifth thought, this is what I ended up with. 72 inches long. That thing will attach right to the middle of that, the bracket for the sliding door. It'll hang out a little ways, but I'll put a piece of trim right here or something when the time comes. And then I'll have to drywall around this disaster here. And this thing here, I'll have to drywall around in the ceiling of it, but that's harmless. And this corner here, I'll have to drywall around that, but that's also harmless. Alright, so here's the story. This is 6 feet long. There are 5 of these supports which hold it out from the wall. You've got to drill holes in that 2x6 so that we can screw these things into it one at a time, sort of. And then those things go over the top of it. These are your hooks for your door. They go like that somehow, and you attach the door to it. We got flexibility because we haven't built our door yet. It looks like we have to go in there and measure this out and drill it. it is. Looks like there's a little dip in it right there, but that shouldn't hurt anything. We'll find out. We might have to adjust that out later. We're much better with some straight piece of angle iron, but you know, it would have been harder to ship across the Pacific Ocean. According to the instructions, this hole has to be 1 9/16 below the top of the door, which would make it right about there. So the top of the door is about there, give or take. And that means that top hole is 90, 89, a little bit, 89 1/4 from the floor. So 1 9/16 would be 90 9/16, so it'd be 90 3/4. Except we're going to subtract a half for the fact that it's got to have a 1/2 inch clearance at the bottom. So 1 9/16 minus 3, well, that's 3/8, they're calling for 3/8. So 1 9/16 minus 3/8 plus 89. So that's 90 9/16 minus 8/16 is equal to 90 1/16, otherwise known as 90. And we give it a cut it at 90 and see what happens. Off to the wood store.